He took time today off his packed schedule during his ongoing visit to India to chat with journalists accompanying him from Israel. According to media reports, Mr. Netanyahu spoke of India's strengths, its gigantic markets and the many agreements being signed to boost trade, security and diplomatic ties with New Delhi. But he also touched a subject that may emerge as a point of discord in the burgeoning relationship between Israel and India, and that is the Islamic Republic of Iran. India has good relations with Iran, while for Israel, Iran is enemy number one. When asked whether he had broached the subject of Iran with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, here is what Mr. Netanyahu reportedly said. We quote him, "We have spent many hours together and much of that conversation focused on Iran, the danger it poses and the aspiration for hegemony over the Muslim world and Muslims everywhere. Israel believes that a nuclear deal signed with Iran by the Western powers will only allow that country to make nuclear weapons and that the deal must be amended." Mr. Netanyahu also told reporters that he had warned Prime Minister Narendra Modi that Iran is trying to establish itself militarily through its proxy organization, the Hezbollah, in Syria, which is Israel's hostile neighbor. Let's now take a closer look at the relationship between the three countries, India, Iran and Israel. Let's see how each country views the other. India recognized both Israel and Iran in 1950, but while it established full diplomatic ties with Iran, it did not do so with Israel till 42 years later. During the Cold War that ended in 1991, Iran and Israel were allies of the United States of America, while India was on the other side, that is, allied to the former Soviet Union. After some ups and downs over the decades, India today has good relations with both Israel and Iran. India and Israel have a mutual foe, Islamist terror. They also have a burgeoning trade and defense relationship. Israel came to India's help by providing equipment at very short notice during the Kargil war. India is Israel's biggest buyer of weapons, but India and Iran too have many common trade interests. Iran, for instance, is the second largest supplier of crude oil to India, and India is one of the largest investors in Iran's oil and industry of gas. India has built the Chabahar port in Iran and therewith successfully opened a trading route that will bypass Pakistan altogether, and people-to-people relations between Iranians and Indians have flourished over hundreds of years, despite political, cultural and religious differences. Will now Iran prove to be a spoiler in the India-Israel relationship? Till some years ago, it would have seemed that way. After all, India has been steadfast in its support of many other countries hostile to Israel, such as Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Syria, without a fallout on relations with Israel. But beginning with Saudi Arabia, most Middle Eastern states are now reaching out to Israel. With a sense of the Middle East shifting these unexpectedly and rapidly, it may only be a matter of time before the Middle East springs another surprise on the world. Tentative overtures between Tehran and Israel, feelers that in the history of the Middle East are not unknown.